I'm just here to survive. I'm smoked already, man. Monday primetime action, baby. Which means I'm gonna die. Hopefully they don't go so ham that I die and get dropped off, because I'm definitely gonna rage quit if that happens. Oh, I'm dying already. These guys are killing me. It's not a coffee ride. Crazy dudes off the front, man. Everyone's going for a fast time today. Minor place is coming right up, baby. I'm delirious. Oh, relentless. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Don't Get Dropped Cycling, where I am tired of getting dropped. Alright. We finally jumped into a little Monday primetime action, baby. Z Racing primetime action on Monday, which means I'm gonna die. 4 minutes and counting till death. December, stage number 2, best of Castle to Castle. So we're gonna start in downtown Nyokio, head over to the countryside, hit countryside castle, and hopefully we still have a pretty good amount of people here in the house. Hopefully they don't go so ham that I die and get dropped off, because I'm definitely gonna rage quit if that happens. and then we're gonna come back to Nyokio for the Nyokio Castle, and then a finish line, I don't know, somewhere around here, around the arcade probably. Who knows? I don't know. Because I'll tell you this much, if I'm still in the front group at that time, we're just going for minor places, baby. Because Eric sucks at sprinting, and I don't have enough drugs to go fast enough and break away and stay away. Okay, I can break away. I can't stay away. Okay. Let's try to, I don't know. I'm kind of in the mood, not in the mood. We do have friends and family in the house. So that's going to be fun. Should have Scotty too hotty. We got Mick Boykoff. You can correct me in the comments, please correct me so I can say it correctly, because I see your name all the time and I just say it in my head and I'm saying it wrong probably. Boykoff. Okay, I'm gonna stop. You'll probably beat my ass anyways at the line. Alright. Not really ready. Very nervous. Legs are tired. They're heavy. They feel like ass. So, even though we don't have any excuses, that's the excuse I'm going with. Just in case. Just gonna leave it out there. Alright, like I said though, we're just gonna sit in the pack, survive, and then sprint for minor placings. So, all you get to see today is me suffering at the limits, dying. I don't think I can do any attacks. And there's some back pedal right there. And this is Scotty too hotty. God, he's gonna like take off and I'm gonna hate him for it. Alright. Goals are just to survive, people. Nothing fancy today. I just want to get off the bike in one piece and not have to call 911, the hospital, or my wife. Alright, fans are up. Music's up. We locked and loaded. Emergency gel just in case. We leave it right here where it's very necessary. Easy reach. Hopefully we don't need it though. We just need to get to the top of Castle, baby. And that's it. Home free after that. 2 dudes off the front.
Well, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the live broadcast of the Z Racing Best of Series for December 2023. I'm here from Dave Tolles next to me, and we are out on the castle for one lap today. Dave, it's going to be fast and furious, one lap. We got the feather, we got the drop, we got the arrow for the power up. Jumping into the B's, the C's, and the D's today. There are over 90 racers in the B, 150 in the C category. So definitely a popular one for these categories. It's going to be a lot of fun to cover. And it's been right from the get-go. Attacks are kicking off here in Town Ryokyo.
Yeah, castle to castle. I love that. Kind of like in space, going station to station, safety to safety. Out here, getting into that second castle is going to be a big deal, as it's really interesting when you look at the way these races finish these days. It's really not what I call a fun sprint. It's just frenetic on that last couple K running. But you really got to be in the group to be a part of that conversation. Not a lot of features to look at on the course here, Nathan. You really have to get over that kind of hump in the middle part of the course. And I think most of our athletes will do that. I do see a very cool name jumping in with our teams. Charlotte Polflock is taking the start. Nathan, that's a name you know well from many Zwift Grand Prix, ZRL racing. She's a legend, and a legend/monster, to tell you the truth. So watch out for Charlotte Polflock on our teams today.
It'll be great to see how she performed out there today with the B category. Well, as you can see, as we kick off here, plenty of riders, so many riders, that it was hard to even find everybody up toward the front. I do believe our buddy Manalo there from OTR was jumping off the front. As you can see, it was a long line, even to hang on anywhere.
Crazy dudes off the front, man.
Of this race, and everybody had to sort themselves out immediately to make sure that they weren't getting dropped off. We had gaps right from the get-go, as you can see here, 1 second back at a moment here for some of these riders. I was expecting to be up toward the front, actually, as you do see them taking off from the pen. They have left Ryokyo at this point, sorted themselves out a little bit, and it has calmed down. But as soon as they hit the little underpass and into the dirt, we saw this 3-up rider breakaway start to form. We got at the front of this. It is going to be Swanson from Ram Racing, Manalo from OTR as well. Looking at Crawley, looking to come across out of the UK, and then it is also going to be Kickr. But the pack is on top of this one quickly, Dave. I don't think they want to see this get too far up the road.
Yeah, you're playing with fire, no doubt about it. This is an old school start. We really dropping the hammer right from the first castle, as they say. So Swanson, I'm not sure exactly what the plan is other than making things tough here, as we do have a long way to go. Again, with the feather draft and arrow power up, that's going to be critical. A little bit of luck is going to go a long way out here. Well, Swanson's feeling his oats, as they say, Nathan. Really pushing hard right now. On these Monday races, we talk a lot about the fact that we come here to race, not mess around and chew bubblegum. So they get after it very, very quickly. Hibbard Sjogren, the Swedish rider that we've gotten to know pretty well here on Mondays, moving up towards the front. So Nathan, they're not going to give too much leash here.
Yeah, we'll see what they end up doing with this. I mean, he is pulling well over category limits at this point, so perhaps maybe a newer racer. We'll have to wait and see where he's at.
Going crazy off the front, man.
Power profile goes, if he's been on too many races or not. 429 watts, currently 4.8 watts per kilogram. Pretty consistent in the category, so maybe no category enforcement on him just yet, unless he starts to calm down. We'll wait and see if he does. But it may be just that he's early to his racing career on Zwift, and a lot of times if they don't have a lot of races, they do have to figure out where he stands. And so the Ram Racing rider, they'll perhaps just give it a go for quite a while here, and they're going to let him hang out there, and he might burn out. We'll see what happens.
It's certainly interesting to watch as he is making some massive power numbers up there, that's for sure. So, and these guys right now, Nathan, a lot of experience in this group. B racing is really the sweet spot here, where these guys have got a lot of ability, a lot of knowledge, and in general, this is where you come to really sharpen your sword. And right now, most of these racers, Nathan, with the experience that they've got, realize that a rider dangling off the front 4K into a 23K slugfest is not a major problem. There's Charlotte sitting right in the sweet spot. That's experience right there. Can't get a better draft than what Charlotte Bullpup is getting in the middle of our peloton right now. And it does look like everybody looks pretty content here on screen.
Yeah, fairly calm now as they will take on this first castle to castle section. It is just starting to head underneath the banner to get a quick little bird's eye view of this. It does start to pick up into this little 4% grade. We saw the opposite direction actually last week in the ZRL coming downhill in the sprint on a course that went in the opposite direction. Now we're going to climb all the way to the top from the bottom of these fields. Rather than taking on the sneaky sidewinder section into the castle, we have this long grind actually from here all the way to the top. Still off the front a little bit, but I think we're going to be chasing this down now as it is going to be a little bit of ups and downs here as we head up toward the castle. Dave, absolutely love this section, of course, just from the views of it. As you see that Mount Fuji off in the background here, Dave. It's really fitting to see that there.
Yeah, they're getting stuck in, and really the only climbing they're going to see out here today, only even air quotes around significant climbing. Most of the riders in the back of this peloton looking pretty comfortable. You can see, though, that other riders in the second group that's forming, probably not too happy about that. It looks like they're going to close down that gap. This is Dark Knight that Nathan has found.
Oh man, I didn't know we were going to be having. I'm trying to think of all the actors that have played Batman, and which one this one could be. Kind of this point here as he makes his way up and over the top of the plant. 38 kilometers per hour currently is about the speed that he is producing. He's going to ramp up just a little bit in the second here. You head to the front of this race, though, you can make a comparison to 37 so you can see exactly why you're starting to bring this rider back into the fold. Now the separation, though, at the back here, Dave, that's the question mark for a lot of riders that are back there is, are they even going to be able to hang on? If you can get to the back of this pack to see, give you an idea of how many splits are actually taking place.
Yeah, this is really the Swanson effect that we're looking at now, Nathan, as he pushed the pace so hard through the first 5K that the stronger B riders are able to sit up in the peloton, but some of the other riders that maybe have just moved up from C to B or in the back half of that B category are really, really struggling right now. As, yeah, this is tough, and this is what makes you a better racer is fighting through these moments. I like it, Ely, don't get dropped cycling. Well, that's pretty appropriate to this very moment as a lot of riders are really fighting. This is what racing is all about, never giving up, but very, very consistent to how racing will break your heart as well. These guys are going so hard that they've split this field. I'd say starting with 90, Nathan, there's not going to be many that, well, I would think by the time we get through this sector, there's not going to be many more than 30 riders in the front group.
Yeah, this is Eric Lee from Don't Get Dropped Cycling. He's got his own YouTube channel, probably one of the more popular YouTube channels for Zwifting, actually. We're probably going to see a video of this afterwards. Absolutely great, but he's most likely recording right now for this. So appreciate that Eric jumping in with us for this broadcasting event. And it'll be, this for him to be up toward the front of this B category race right now, I'm really impressed with Eric's ability. And if he can try and get a top 10 or a win or a podium, it would be absolutely awesome to see. So good luck to Eric out there. And also with his YouTube channel. If you haven't checked it out yet, definitely go and check it out. It's a ton of fun. He's absolutely hilarious. And does some of the best work when it comes to making Zwift racing a lot of fun for replayable content, for sure. Sitting about 26th right now at this point. I don't think anybody's off the front though, Dave. I think that's going to be the initial splits for this one time up over the top of this climb. We do have Swanson here off the back after his initial attacks, actually, but it's going to be actually Langstrack now at this point that's making the move at the front.
Well, everything copacetic, A-OK. I agree with you about Mr. Lee as well. Danny, Enzo, and Lee put out some of the best content there. If we take a look at our front group, if you made this group, I think you've survived that first run through the gauntlet out here, Nathan, and really should be feeling quite chuffed about your chances here. There's D Knight, our Dark Knight. Ronald Langstra with us from the Netherlands, and he's working hard. Look at that heart rate right under 170 here. And that's what it takes to stay up in our front group. We really have established the apex predators out here today. They're on your screen. The winner of this race is actually on that screen right now. Actually, I made it easier for myself, as you can see the second group right now as well. Get a good look at what that gap looks like right here as we're coming up on a third of the way in. We've gone over that hump now, so let's see what these guys want to do with this, Nathan. I have to think if you're in this group, everybody wants to pitch in a little bit here to not allow that second group to rejoin. I start looking at the numbers now for riders in this group. Who is our best sprinter who's made this selection?
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one for sure. Let's see if we can try and figure out exactly who the favorites are. The 26 different riders. I wonder if we're going to see a couple of attacks yet. I mean, we've got 23.1 kilometers in total. So we've got a little ways to go in here.
All right, we're going to make it home.
Climb. 74. Go ahead, Dave.
And I was answering my own question.
I'm doing nothing.
I'm going to have you search for Dimanche.
Sitting on the back here.
He's there. He made the group. This is going to be one of the danger riders, no question. When you look at the raw wattage here, that's Spencer Morris, the Canadian that I'm talking about, going with the Dimanche team, I should say. He makes 1,250 raw walks. He's not the only rider up in that neighborhood, as Joachim, one of the BZR Lions, is close, but it's going to be the heavy hitters looking around, taking some inventory to see possibly, hey, you kind of want to get a feel for who you're going to be sprinting against at this point.
Thank the Lord it was Castle from behind.
Much research at this point. Most of these riders probably have a decent feel for who the better sprinters are, but that's going to be Mr. Morris right there, Spencer Morris that we were talking about, who comes in at 1,250 raw watts. That helmet there reminds me of that old ski that they use for painting ships, camouflage. That's seafaring camouflage on his helmet.
He's a sprinting zebra. That's what he is. This is a sprinting zebra.
These are quick, I'm sure.
Yeah, they're super
burst
quick.
of power.
Unless there's some sort of lion in here. I don't know. Watch out for Lee. Lee might be a lion. We'll see if he can escape the pack out here today. But 10 seconds back now at this point. Spencer, if he wants to win this one, they might want to hold off some of the other riders. I wonder if they're going to work together. But
trying the Zwifter moves.
There's not a whole lot of working together, is there, Dave? Like sometimes, let's speak to that just a little bit, right? Like
it's a weird number. It's like
it is.
It's like going out to dinner with 20 people. You can't talk to everybody, right? And maybe that's not the best analogy.
Actually, I think that's a great analogy. Actually, like you can't get any you have to go off in a corner and have a conversation, to get a real conversation going. Well, Manalo, as he usually does from OTR, trying to get off in the corner and have a conversation. Not sure it's going to be happening, but
it reminds me, Nathan, of any kind of group project as well. You get 27 people, it's probably going to be 3 or 4 that are really doing the work, and that's the same thing here. If put that second group behind them, they're going to have that same problem. It looked to me like it was close in size, the second group a little bit smaller. This is going to be fun to watch, to tell you the truth. With a little over, let's call it 14K of racing. Let me put the pressure on you, Nathan, as far as if you're in this front group, how much work do you want to do if you come to win the bike race today? The name of the game is do as little as possible. Oftentimes, I remember back in, being in team cars, Nathan, what you'll hear from directors would be, okay, do work, but don't do any more.
Everyone's going for a fast time today.
Guys.
Real quickly here, Dave, I just want to highlight 44 kilometers per hour currently from the front group. That's what we're looking at for Martin. He's in the front group right now. Now at 46 kilometers per hour, 44 from this chase group. So it's starting to go out now. They hit this little bit of an uphill grind. They really tell us what kind of speed differentiation between these two groups right here. They jump back up to the 48, 50 almost kilometers per hour in that front group. If you think you're going to continue to walk away, you're going to have to really put some work in, I think, in this chase group to get to bring that back. Because they're consistently, with Martin at that front group here, starting to put in some good work. And it looks like there may be even some attacks going as it starts to split here at the front.
Yeah, and that actually is good for the speed on the front. I think that will actually keep it faster for them. We're really right now at the farm running the sorting table. We've got a couple bushels of apples. We've got the faster apples and the slower apples. But every now and then some of the fast apples end up after that slower apple group. Let's see if they can do.
I had no idea apples raced bikes. I mean, we've got the Dark Knight out here. We're at the apple orchard. I
We're on
mean,
the
this
farm.
is absolutely
You know what I'm
the
saying?
craziest
though,
broadcast I've ever been a part of.
There's a good reason why you're in that second group. It's because you didn't make the split, right? So, you know, that
Does look
typically
like a
that's
few.
not a
We may
great
have
sign.
missed- We may have missed something here, though, a little bit earlier. Did you have something, like one or two rejoin? Or, I mean, is that just
The
a...
bridge across, maybe?
Or perhaps it was just that fast that it separated. I think that's actually what went down there. I think it was so fast that there was that just a big separation that happened for a moment there because of those attacks.
Well, and I would have to say that this race, just from the gun, was ballistic. There were riders
Minor
fighting
places
for
coming
the
right up,
wheel
baby.
as they rolled underneath the start truss. To tell you the truth, this is Nick Brackenridge that we're with now, racing out of United Kingdom. Level 41 at Zwifter, but you can just see the form that he's got on the bike. This is a guy who's purpose-built for race bikes, Nathan.
Yeah,
Feel the angle of his
looks pretty experienced, that's for sure. He's able to close things down. Cryogen, great team to be a part of, that's for sure. Still a part of this top 28 though, but at the front again, the moves are being made. I saw an ATP jersey, I felt like, up toward the front, really starting to press the pace. That's going to be way here actually from ATP. Covering some moves here. Ken Ray trying to hold on, it looks like, at this point, as it is again off the front, Swanson and Ram Racing.
Very pro headshot there from Ken Ray. Swanson's definitely going to be raising some eyebrows with these efforts out here as he is back at it now, hitting hard and stringing out this group, almost single file at this point, Nathan. That's a sign that these guys are full gas out here.
Yeah, it definitely is. And as it is brought back together, Manalo now again over the top. These heart rates are most likely through the roof, and a lot of these riders here starting to dangle off the back. Cream of the crop here. It's rising to the top now, Dave, as we do have 1, 2, 3, 4 riders just barely hanging on. But I want to highlight, though, here, look who's sitting pretty here still. Charlotte Kolkoff here waiting for that kick to the line.
Beast mode activated by Charlotte. Nathan, it's pretty rare at this level, this far into a race, that you see riders getting dropped out of a front group, if you think about it. I mean, they're fighting their way back now so they didn't get dropped, which kind of backs up what I was saying. In that if you made it to 13K with this rugged group, I would anticipate that you should be able to at least hold the wheels, and that's what they're doing. Charlotte Kolkoff, this is great for her. And we've talked a lot about the top women in the sport stepping up as they look to increase their ability level. One of the best ways to do that is racing against stiff competition, and that's what she gets jumping in with this group of a high-level B field here. But Charlotte, well-positioned, showing how savvy she is.
Yeah, very well done here. Able to hang on with this group. Now, let's get a quick look here at the map of what these riders are going to be taking on once they hit Nyoka, because it isn't necessarily, it's going to be pretty flat actually for the rest of the race from here on out, but that does give a lot of opportunity in Nyoka to try and get away around corners, out of sight, out of mind kind of situations. So I think that's what these riders have in mind as they are hitting this dirt section, Dave. It does slow people down a little bit. Not a whole lot anymore as things have changed a little bit into it. But as you can see, it does cause some separation as it can be Hartley to Ranfard. It's going to be Yoss also from SPSD out of Belgium. Razier coming across Rashid as well out of the Netherlands. Still some separation a little bit there. It almost snapped the elastic there each time, but it just barely comes back into a gold here. You can see it's like we're on that 7th or 8th wheel, just hanging on.
Well, Dan has got to be champing at the bit right now. Talking about Dan Manolo, Nathan, you mentioned him a few times, the OTR racer. He's the rider to beat in this group, in my mind, especially for him right now. He has to love seeing Swanson burn as many matches as possible. It's like to definitely increase his chances of taking a sprint win.
I'm delirious.
If it comes
I thought you were in the front group still.
Nathan, that's far from guaranteed.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
with the number of
delirious.
attacks that we've seen so far, this group seems extremely motivated. I don't think that they're definitely not sitting around and waiting. That's for sure. I have a feeling that there's going to be plenty more coming when it comes to these attacks.
Today's the day, Nathan. We talked about this. I love the fact that we've just been in full effect with the broadcast. And I remember we were talking about how rare it is that a rider leads coming out of the arcade to go through the finish line in Neokyo. And I have a feeling that we might see that today.
Yeah, quickly taking a look at the course profile. As you can see, they did take on that KOM, and then these next 3 sprints, there will not be any points or anything through those sprints as they're about to take on that first one. Just an idea, though, of what the course will be like from here on in. They're going to be entering the Neokyo. This is what they just took on, and then we'll be taking this left-hand turn, and then the rest of those sprints, you get a little windy through the castle there, and then the final sprint downhill, as you can see on the other side. So that's going to be the situation, and we're back in with just taking that left-hand turn into that first sprint section, and already, Dave, the attacks off the front, there are going to be about 4 or 5 riders with Swanson again. Now it's going to be 5 riders actually. Swanson, Voss, Hartley, Ray, and Ranford all off the front. 1 second. Eric Lee here trying to close it down. It looks like he's going to trust Lane Strat. No, he's not going to hold on to the wheel, though. Now we've got 6 here now, Dave. This is starting to get dangerous. There's one after another going across, barely jumping back on. Now there could be a counter, though. That would be the real move, wouldn't it?
Absolutely, Nathan. 100%. I mean, the racing is in the gutter now, and this is when you really can have an impact if you're willing to go deeper than anybody else. And that's what racing at this level is all about. Who's willing to really scrape the bottom of that wattage barrel? Well, right now we're going to hit the reset button. I'm really looking forward to this. But there you go, another attack. It looks like we're going to see Reckers here as the Nederlander hits out. But if you're going to get a gap, you're going to have to do it with a little more authority than that. You're going to have to wail away with the 20-pound sledgehammer for about 30 seconds to even establish a 2 or 3 second gap. And then you wonder, is it worth it? But here we go. This is the man to watch in my mind, as Dan Manalo here, the OTR rider, is definitely showing them, right now, I'm not exactly sure what his plan is other than positioning to the front. And that might be enough as Swanson goes again.
Over the top again here from Swanson. Really trying to hold on to the wheel. It looks like 4.7 watts per kilogram. He's got it still. If you get this very first perspective from behind the wheel, gives you exactly what it looks like as it starts to roll away from him.
Oh, relentless.
Here. So as Swanson goes again, Ray not holding on. 159, 160 beats per minute as their heart rate starts to come up. Now, Dave, familiar helmet on this rider. Definitely somebody who's got some experience when it comes to Zwift racing as well.
The champ is in the house, as that's a ZRL league champion helmet there. It's all going to come back together, Nathan. ATP, one of the really strong teams in the Zwift universe. And with Ray here, though, they're going to make the catch. Laxcroft has been very, very active. Look for Charlotte Volkoff is sitting right in the sweet spot. Will her experience and ability pay off? I mean, you want to talk about punching above your weight. There's no question. This isn't, Nathan, a course that suits her, but she's just that good.
Yeah, now it looks like these riders are starting to allow this to get away a little bit here. Now Swanson now calming down though at 3.4 watts per kilogram. So Swanson here only holding on to a couple of seconds. Manalo now over the top. This is a perfect situation to come across. They're hitting up the 5 watts per kilogram here. Over the top of that little downhill, 3% negative gradient now. Speeds are going to start picking up as Manalo takes 4.3. And is he going to get a little separation here? That's what he's been looking for. He's going to back off. He's not interested, it looks like. Backs right on off. He just wanted to shut it down.
Yeah, exactly, Nathan. I really think that was all about closing down that move from Swanson, because you see, once that is done, he's just really regulating things up to the front of this group. So that's Dan Manalo that we've been talking about. Everybody back together now, so we can almost, this is really the first moment, Nathan, that we've seen any kind of reprieve in this group. Really wondering now, this is the moment that everybody's tapping their finger, wondering what's next.
Really is you're right about the attacks, Dave. It's really opened up here at this point because it's only helped this group gain up to 1 minute and 7 seconds from this point. So the attacks have kept the speed really high, starting to separate again out a little bit at the back here. As there's been some riders that are sitting in. We saw anybody in this group here that maybe has been just kind of allowing everybody else to do their work. We're not going to really do too much here at this point. Just make sure that they've got everything they need. Spencer, actually.
That's the guy for me, man.
I think you're right.
Dan,
Patrick Molinari, I've sprinted against Molinari, I think, before in a B race. I watch out for Molinari as well. That's somebody who, from Jet Racing, I think, also got a pretty good kick. He can do 14 laps before they go on at 1,100 or so. And then Spencer Morris. I think those two, I think, Dave, if they can set themselves up correctly, they're really the ones to watch out for, aren't they? Manalo as well, you're right. Yeah, 15.9. Are you kidding me? What?
Scott Bush is an interesting battle. Nathan, do you know much about KOM on .tv? I don't, so I'm going to have to research that.
He hangs out. He's definitely been around quite a bit when it comes to YouTube spaces, as well as he hangs out in the broadcast quite often. So definitely somebody that is enjoyable to have around for sure. He will most likely have a replay of some of this. Now, what is going on here with Patrick Molinari? That's not
scary.
What's happening here?
Looks very serious about his victory.
You know, I mean, I'm not trying to, like, this is a man who's looking to be the dictator of the pack. That's what I'm going to say. Like, it gives me some feelings here of, like, did I just bring up a anyways, I'm going to
character of the Game of Thrones.
Yeah, something like that. I'm not going to bring in any other in real life as far as that goes, but man, talk about a picture. This guy is serious business. Watch out for him. He's also verified, just so you know. That's like a real stamp that looks like they're coming on through. So.
Just looking at his picture, I wouldn't question him. I would just take his word for it. All right, well, the age-old question, Nathan, is this going to be a sprint or a solo rider with a small gap coming across the line? Small meaning something under 5 seconds. Anything more than that is just unimaginable to me. Back to Swanson, the Ram Racing rider on the front. His FTP has got to be going up.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's been definitely consistently well over the top of that. You can see 4.0 watts per kilometer getting chased down over and over again. Yeah, so I think most likely going to get perhaps a recategorization. But I mean, that's a part of racing. It's definitely a part of racing.
And this is how you find out in some ways, right? Especially as you were saying, Nathan, with all grace and respect, that sometimes if you haven't done a lot of racing and you're really good, you just don't have enough data points on it.
We're in with Boss now, and Boss Jordy coming out of Belgium, tall rider, and putting us sitting at 425 watts it looks like, as he tries to avatar around these final few kilometers. What do we got here, Dave? We got about 3K to go. 3K to go at this point. One more little banner that'll be coming through, and that'll be it here. Wonder how Lee's going to do. It's going to be interesting to see, because I'll be excited to see that replay on the YouTube if he does take this down. Eric, though, I don't know if he's got the sprint, though, to match with some of these pure sprinters out here. I think he tends to be a hang-on and threshold-type rider, so it'll be interesting to see if he can get onto the podium. But I think with Morris in here, Molinari, Manalo, those are the big names when it comes to the sprint today, as long as it stays together. But we still got one that continues to try and ride off the front.
Sending a ride on to Charlotte Polk. This, I saw some riders commenting that this is the hardest race ever, and it would be hard to argue that. And it looks like we've got that attack, Nathan. So this is it, the hero attack, as we've been calling it, late in the race, just a little more than 2K to go. I see a lot of ride-ons being thrown out to our riders. It's Swanson, no surprise. This has been the story of the day. So Swanson attacking. He's gone all in, gap to 3 seconds. We talked about maybe today is the day that we see that solo attack coming through the arcade. Swanson wants to be the man. It's Ramjad here, the Swedish Swifter, who's leading the chase. It's all on the line now, Nathan.
Yeah, and here we go here. Ramjad, is he going to be able to close this down? They're going to work together is the big question. I'm not sure they're going to here now, Dave.
Yep.
I mean,
looks good.
Knight now to the front. Really no heart rate actually for Knight. So he's just rolling through here. 5 seconds now at this point. 5 seconds over less than 2K, Dave. That's danger in my opinion.
It absolutely is danger, but I think if this group can be cohesive and work together, they're still in with a better than 50-50 chance of making that catch. Swanson has been phenomenal today. There's no doubt about that. I'm watching those wattage numbers, though they're starting to fade. So Swanson is paying the price. Well, there it goes back up. So this is going to be interesting. Now, will Swanson have enough in the tank to be able to hold up this hard charging group? This is not a peloton. This is a select group of danger men and women. Remember that Charlotte Kolkoff is in this group. That'd be phenomenal to see her take the win. But now they're starting to attack out of the chasing group, and Nathan, here we go. We're going to be down to the red kite prayer in just a moment. 1K to go. It's on like Donkey Kong here on Monday morning.
What a move here from Bogov from backpedal. Now put up at the top. It's going to be Round Cloud here now as well, coming from Team SC, and it's going to be that drafting power that's giving it to him. 1K to go, 1K to go. Now at this point, and this is the danger move here to stay away from the sprinters. 8 watts per kilogram, and Dave, I don't know that this is coming back here. Bogov can't hold on. 6 watts per kilogram coming from him. Now Ramsford, he's going to be backing off now at this point, I think. I'm not sure he can hold that kind of wattage all the way to the line.
But he's still up and over the top. It looks like he's going to do it, Nathan. I mean, he's got still a ways to go. Oh, boy, this is the moment now where the advantage tips back to the chase as he's running on fumes. He's tapping that gauge, and it's showing empty. There's nothing in the tank, and oh, wow, it looks like Volkov now, the back pedal rider, has got him in his sights. There's just enough real estate left to make the catch, and I think that's exactly what we're going to see. It's like watching a lion taking down an injured antelope on the Serengeti. There's the catch, there's the kill, but is it enough? Is someone's going to kill the killer?
No, Knight over the top. Is he going to be able to take it? No, it's going to be Pearson. Pearson with the last kick, and I'm not sure who's going to grab this, Dave. It's just this drawn out Pearson. Pearson to the line now. Knight, Morris there takes it. And Dave, I think it is such a drawn out sprint that Morris couldn't.
Madness, man. Madness. I think I just got that. I didn't let that last guy get me, I don't think. Got him. Got him. 16, I'll take that, man. I was ready to pull the plug multiple times. Multiple freaking times. But we made it through. Scotty just went through at 33. I don't know what I was thinking. I thought he was in front driving the bus, but clearly I was going delusional. I thought he was up there with us. And Mick. I was very impressed. And then hopes and dreams got shattered. Oh. Madness. Absolute madness. Oh, just absolute madness, man. Let me just try to regain my thoughts. Okay, I can maybe talk now. I don't know. Ugh, that was just madness. But oh my god, madness. That was basically a TTT, massive TTT effort. Oh my god. I'm shattered, man. Absolutely shattered. Alright, man. I don't have much to say because I'm absolutely broken from that, which is what I kind of expected, and I got it. I got my ass handed to me. Upside is though, I didn't get drizzy dropped. We held on like a strong boy to the big boys. I mean, that's all we can ask for, really. That is all we can ask for, really. That was so fast, man. So many surges, so many attacks. Oh. Oh. Okay. That's it, man. I need to get back to real life. So, boys and girls, you know the drill. You do you. You set your own goals. You smash them. You move the goalpost, and then you smash them again. You don't worry about them haters or those keyboard pushers unless you're paying them. And don't forget the don't get drop cycling rules. Rule number 1, have fun. Rule number 2, keep it spicy. And rule number 3, try not to get drizzy dropped. Try not to get drizzy dropped. All right, baby. Baby. Big shout outs to my new subs and OG subs. You boys and girls are the greatest, helping create the best Zwift cycling community ever. Special shout outs to my buy me a coffee, pay for my funeral supporters. Fist bumps to you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you. Alright, man. Again, boys and girls, you know the drill. Please like, subscribe, hit that bell button, leave a couple of comments. Come follow me at Don't Get Drop Cycling on Instagram. Travels with Power Profile and buy me coffee links down below in the description. Woo! Alright, boys and girls. Until next time, don't get dropped, alright? Take care, everybody. What was a fucking TT ride? Like, don't know how I found 700, but I'll take it, I guess. That felt like 334.